Hello and welcome. Hope you're doing all right. I'm doing all good. It's the morning after the night before. The kid had his birthday party last night. A few of the terrors running around here. They don't look like they've trashed it as much as Halloween though, but we'll soon find out as we go out and have a look. I've just got back from work, so this is why there's loads of stuff just strewn everywhere, in case you're wondering. But just a quick note on last video I did out here where we had the trampoline climbing frame at Conundrum. I've hit on a genius idea, but the trouble is that I've actually talked myself into a load of hard work basically. So the idea is that we're going to get a trampoline probably about 3 meters diameter on it, so in and around what the climbing frame footprint is already. Just obviously it bulges out a bit on the square edges, but it basically leaves a 60 centimeter gap between the edge of the trampoline and the black edging around the play area, if you like. And I was a bit reluctant because I didn't want to lose the climbing frame because it's actually pretty good. They were all over it last night, so I don't want to get rid of it. I was kind of thinking about what I could do with it. So the idea I've got is to kind of make an assault course with it around the perimeter of it. So essentially, like where this slide is now, where the fats here is, if you think that the slide instead will come out towards us that way on the angle, and then the kind of platform that the slide is attached to, have it where the fats here is running up towards the fats here in the corner. And then, like we've got that rope swing there, you can just see with the yellow seat on it, build something custom so that it's like a Star Wars, Leia and Luke swinging across sort of thing, and just other stuff like that. It's got a cargo net at the back there, you can see, put that sort of horizontally as a little walkway through and stuff like that. And that'll actually work really well, because what I can do is, where the climbing frame is now, is dig it up and put plants in underneath the trampoline, so that'll be quite good. And then I can just let it all grow wild basically, and it'll be like a sort of little assault course like you were doing, Costa Rica or whatever, through the jungle. So yeah, that's something for me to consider in the months upcoming, but just a little update on that. So for now, the main thing we're going to do is just have a little walk around, see what's happened. We've got one, funny enough, this last week, we've had more frost than I have done the whole of winter basically. Obviously the -6 we had was a lot worse frost, but yeah, we've got one more frost tonight, and then hopefully that'll be it, because all my plants are eager to get going, I think, and I want to get some planting done. I'm really looking forward actually to just getting on my hands and knees and just going through the soil and the plants and inspecting each one, taking off the dead stuff, pruning and this, that and the other. So for a start, let's go over into Camellia Corner and see how it's doing over here. So most of it survived. The Tetra Panic's got a much better colour to it now, and you can see the leaves are just starting to come out at the top there. So what I'm going to do in here, the only plan really is, I've got a honeysuckle cut, and I've actually got 2 of them. I can show you them if you want, because they're both right there. The one on the right is eager to go. It needs like some support to climb up because it's flopping over, and I've got that other one there as well. So the idea is that there's a small plant Dixonia down in this, next to the lantern here. That is obviously, year 1. This one in comparison on the left is year 3. So it won't take long for that one to get up to that stage. So I think what I'll do is I'll put the giant honeysuckle where the kind of fern art is there, in that sort of space. And then hopefully the idea being that the 2 Dixonias and the Tetra Panics will kind of create a canopy and protect it. And then I'm going to aim it up into the corner, not let it go left towards the camellias, but aim it up into the corner. And then because it likes to grow for the sun, towards the sun, it will climb up there and then come out towards us. And then what I'll do, you can see in this pergola, I've got these runners ready, which the passion flower climbed up last year. I'm going to put some ones running the other way, so it's like a crisscross pattern. And then the idea is to make a ceiling out of plants basically, but that's a few years down the line. Of course, it's going to mean moving a couple of things. We've got this fern in here, I completely forgot what it's called. It died on me a few times, and now it actually really likes it there, so it's going to be a bit of a shame to take that one out, but I might just move it across. I split my gingers last year, One of them's down there, which is dead. So I could probably move that fern across to there, but it probably did quite well there because it's behind the Dixonia fronds and it's not in direct sun. So yeah, we'll see. But the giant honeysuckle's the priority for that as well. So that should work quite well. Like I said, Tetrapanic's doing quite good. I've got a Tetrapanic's cutting as well upstairs, which is ready to go. I may build out another type of these sort of flower bed in the blocks just here where this Dixonia fibrosa is in the pot, and then have it there as well, so it kind of is symmetrical, as it were. You can see the Norfolk Island pine's doing all right. It's browned off a little bit. I really want to put it in the ground. You may remember me a couple of videos ago saying about I want something to where the Wollemi pine is right at the back there in the pot. I want to put something the equivalent of it behind this Dixonia atrata where that small brown pot is in the ground. I was going to put the Lamatia ferragini, which is in behind the giant honeysuckle in behind that post, which is dead. So I can't do that. So I'm probably going to have a little hunt for another Wollemi pine. If I can find one, I'll put it in now, or if not, I'm seriously half tempted to whack that in just to see how it'd do. But it's one of them ones that it doesn't even need a frost to go brown, if you see what I mean. So I'd have to dig it up. Or I might just pot that one up and dig a hole for the pot to sit in so it looks like it's in the ground. But we'll see how we go from there. Got a little, whatever they're called, the blue star fern or the kangaroo paw fern or whatever it is down there. I bought that last year, just shoved it in there. Going to shove it in the ground somewhere, so we'll find a spot for that. And like I just said, the fibrosa's doing pretty good. One other thing I'll probably do this year, because it's going to take me ages to do, I want to do some relief work for the fronting up that, i.e. carve fern fronds into something that I can then pour cement into, and then when the cement goes hard, take them out and put them against that, so it makes it like a 3D relief. But I might just paint all that white or grey or a stony colour just this year, just so it doesn't look quite so building site-ish. But camellias are doing all right. This one's been flowering one at a time for the last maybe 2 months. These ones I don't think have flower. Oh yeah, here we go. They're just about to start flowering now, these ones at the back. So yeah, good stuff. Moving on round, the giant honeysuckle is ready and raring to go. If we have a look, you can just see that all the little nodes it's wanting to go, so that's good. So my plan is with this is to just, because the good thing is about the high wind is that it stripped all the leaves off the dead stuff, so you can see it's all a bit scraggly, so I can cut all this right back, and then I'll do a sort of tidy up prune when they get going in probably 3 or 4 months time. What I'll do with these sort of ones here is kind of just take off the dead leaves, so probably go back, just take these 2 leaves off here and go back to that one, and the same with sort of these bits and bobs, and just give it a bit of a tidy up, really. Not much too much going in there that we need to worry about. It's all good. Heating's been working fine, so that's all good. Take a few this thing has got getting big, so it's Lophosauria quadripinata. So yeah, I'll just take off the dead fronds as and when I need to. The one we're all waiting for this year is this Scheffler, which got absolutely mullered by Scheffler taiwaniano. Absolutely got mullered by slugs and snails last year. Admittedly, that was my fault, because there's loads of rocks here and the leaves were all resting on the rocks, so they could just had an easy way to get across to it. There's that Lamatia very good there, not looking too good, so I'll take that out and find something to go in there maybe. Star of the show at the moment is this Clematis armandii, whichever way you want to say it. This thing's been flowering for about a month now, and it is absolutely relentless. You can see it's growing some already as well. It's gone way too quick. I put this in probably midsummer last year. You can just see how big it was when I got it. because we get to that point there where the dead leaves are, and then that's the new stuff. So that's all grown in the year, survived the winter really easy. Great for the pollinators. This thing's been covered with flies and bees and whatnot. So yeah, good little go at that. So happy with that. The only trouble is it's growing too fast. I'm not ready for it yet because it's going to go all over the waterfall. That's why I've put one over there as well, so that can go that way over the waterfall and give it like a nice evergreen cascade of leaves all over it. So yeah, really good, really happy with that. That has made it into my Hall of Fame, so therefore that is going to go out the front against my sheds. But yeah, moving on round. These Ariostega, Parvipinata, or the rabbit hare's foot fern hare's foot ferns. It's all been browned off and dead, but they are growing in amongst other weeds and stuff like that. So we'll see how I do. I'll probably replace them at some point, but I'm in no rush to do that just now. If we move across to the middle bed, it's all just going quite well. This Atrata still looking excelente. This Lophosauria here survived. We've actually got some new fronds coming up down the bottom there, so happy with that. That was the big one I split, so hopefully that one will get going. That will probably take a couple of years to size up. Schefflera Taiwaniana there in the middle, Blechnum chilense there on the left, drop to its Wallichiana right at the end there. So yeah, we'll see how that does. Moving on round, this Lophosauria, which was the original one I got, is going some. You can see just under the dead one there, big frond, well not big frond, but big-ish frond coming up. That Wollemi pine is going to go in the ground because I'm going to do this patio. That's my next big thing to do, is the patio. So when I do that and I've got all this wood out and it's all been used for the boxing over by the pipes, I'll dig that out and put them in the ground this year. He survived nice and easy. I haven't touched that all winter, so it took -6 fairly easily. Again, Atrata, need I say more, doing really well. Schefflera Taiwaniana doing quite good. Here's the other Clamart. It's not quite as prolific as the other one, but that one is in full sun, and this one loses the sun after sort of 1 o'clock. So yeah, good stuff. I finally chopped the cannas down, and then of course we got the frost. That was a great idea by me. Another Blechnum chilense there, the the Pilostagia urbanoides, the climbing hydrangea, doing really well. It's getting there. It's a slow one, and I've fanned a lot of them out to try and make it cover the space a bit more. So yeah, we'll just leave that one as it is. Another Schefflera Taiwaniana going on here. This thing looks okay. It's starting to yellow off a little bit. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it just needs a bit of a feed or something, but that's one thing that I'm going to do now, is just whack a load of fish blood and bone and some chicken manure pellets around the whole lot, just to give it a good water. A few of the ferns down here, that one looks like it's been stepped on. Cyathea completely burnt off. This one's not in a heating coil. I haven't even looked at this yet. Let's have a quick gander. There's a lot of woodlouse in there, which probably isn't good. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. It's not looking promising. So yeah, you can see here's the end of that climbing hydrangea where I fanned it out, so that's coming along quite nicely. Over here, haven't quite taken the fig tree out yet. I'm thinking if I'm going to put like a walkway around here for the kids to sort of have an assault course, I could lob off probably those bottom 5 branches and just make a canopy, but it's the roots I'm worried about with that, because I haven't put any root barrier in. So we'll see how we do. I must admit I forgot to water this Dixonia over winter, so it's looking a little bit rough. Again, it's completely open to the frost, so that's why the fronds have gone, I hope. I have been giving it some more water these last couple of weeks, so yeah, hopefully he's all right. I guess we will find out in due course. The maidenhair is doing all right. That looks like it's been stepped on again. Yeah, I want to give this area a little bit of a tidy up. Here's another Cyathea, which completely, I didn't protect with anything like fleece or anything. It has got a coil around it. That one looks a lot better, and now you can see that frond's just about to come up right there. So that's pretty good. This Atrata here, again, it got stepped on. It hasn't recovered yet, so I'll probably dig that one up, divide it, chop all the fronds off, chuck it in some pots, and then maybe whack something else in there, just short term, just a cheap fern or something. The hydrangea samani up against the fence is not dead, so I'll just leave it in there. I was a bit worried about it, but it's got some new growth on it, so yeah, it's good. Fatsia is the Fatsia. It's the Fatsia. It's been munched, but don't mind that too much. And then, yeah, around here, this Dixonia looks a lot better. This is one that I covered with fleece. These ends have got a little bit on them, which is a bit disappointing. I forgot to chuck the fleece on it the last couple of days. But yeah, it's doing all right. Seraphia, all browned off. That was done last time. But this one, yeah, there you go. This one's actually ready to rock and roll and is chucking new fronds out already. So that is good. Here's that Bleckner Nudum. That's supposed to be tender, but he looks pretty good to me. And then another hydrangea samani here, which will hopefully climb up this post this year. And then just that Fatsia spider's web, which I chucked in last year. Looks like it's got a little grow tip on the top of it. I won't climb in there because I'll knock this bamboo over and probably trash the Syaphia. That's what normally happens when I start doing stuff in this area. Korean rock fern next to the rocks, looking good. One of the remnants of the bananas that I used to have is popped out. It's just been outside like that. You can see we've got new growth in it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might find a big pot to chuck that one in. Tracheospermum jasminoides all still alive. These ferns, I might have a little bit of a rejig in here because it's getting a bit straggly, that fern, so I need something a bit more bushy in there. Probably a Polysticum setiferum go in there. Shield fern, Jurassic golds and the Tichyades looking good. Is that a new frond? No, they're that sort of orangey colour when they come out, but I think that one's been burnt off. And then just in here, my next thing is I've got the fence post from out the front, so I'm going to do a 45 at about the windowsill height between that fence post with the gate on in the middle across to the windowsill, then put a shelve on top of it in the corner so I can put some pots in there. You can see I've got a Nephrolopis hanging up there. I've got 3 more Nephrolopis, so I'll put 3 more hooks up there. That'll cover that. And then just some of the plants that have been overwintered. Need to tidy up the Insetti and repop that. Got the sago palm there, another Lophosauria cutting, which I'll find something for. And yeah, that's it generally. So we're not doing too bad. Like I said, really looking forward to getting my hands dirty, getting in amongst the soil, and seeing what stuff's going to look like this year, because this will be the 3rd year for probably 30% of the plants. So yeah, I'm hoping a few of them, especially the climbers, the climbing hydrangeas, I'm hoping they're going to go some this year. But yeah, it's coming along. Summer's coming. Oh, not summer, spring. Yeah, passion flowers. All the leaves sort of went a bit small, and now it started sort of thickening out again. So that's a good sign. Yeah, I'll just see. I've got a nagging feeling that what I should have done is chopped them really down low so they get bushy up these posts. But probably too late now. So yeah, we will see how it goes. But yeah, anyway, good to catch up, good to see what's going on. In other news, I've just been out the front painting the sheds. They've taken ages to paint. They've taken 3 or 4 coats, and the paint I bought, the front of it was right, it was sage green, but for some reason it's really blue. So yeah, there's that, but we'll get to that another time. So yeah, so hope you're doing all right, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.